Yes, hi there, Carlos. I am Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for the TOEFL online course called the 7-Step System to Pass the TOEFL IBT. And welcome. Exactly, you are my newest student. You joined my course today. By the way, I sent your PayPal information over to my teaching assistant who will create a username and a password for you so that you can have access to all 700 of my TOEFL lessons. Now, you made a comment at my website. I want to take a look at what you said. You said, I want to know my best package and strategy of learning because I took the PBT. You want to say here, got, not get. Right? Because you said here, because I took and got 530 points, and I want to get 100 on the TOEFL IBT I will take on July 11th. Okay, now first of all, let's find out what it means. So if you have a score of 583 on the paper-based, it looks like right here, this puts you at 92 to 93. So roughly, you want 10 points. Now, it's going to be tough to go from 92 or 93 to 100 and in not even 30 days is, I'll be honest with you, not very likely. And remember, you did the paper-based TOEFL. You haven't even done any speaking or writing practice tests, or at least not officially with the TOEFL IBT. So, I can just recommend what I think is going to work best for you, but I'll be honest with you, it is doubtful that you will reach your goal on July 11th. There's just not a lot of time for you to do that. Now remember that. What is your real purpose here for getting 100? Now I'm guessing that you probably want to get admitted into a university, maybe a graduate program or an undergraduate program, or you need 100 for a job, maybe a pharmacist, maybe a doctor, maybe a dentist to get your license. So in any of these cases, your goal here is to improve your academic English. That's exactly what my TOEFL course will do. So what I'd like you to do here, try to think beyond July 11th. I would encourage you to use my course for maybe 2 or 3 months until you feel you have developed the academic English proficiency needed so that you can function either with a job or for academic purposes. Okay, so I'm going to recommend right now, based on your goals, I'm going to recommend my 30-day TOEFL study guide. That's going to give you some practice with vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, reading, listening, writing, and speaking areas. So that's going to be very helpful for you. Now, there's really 3 suggestions I recommend for the next month or so. I don't think in terms of 2 or 3 weeks. To me, that's not how language is learned. Language is learned after practice over an extended period of time. So for the next 2 or 3 months, here's what you want to do. Each day, follow these instructions. Number 1. Get in the habit of reading about 45 to 60 minutes every day. Magazines, newspapers, longer books. Number 2, get or stay in the habit of practicing listening. You can watch TV programs or you can go on the internet, pay attention to news, documentary history, and especially science programs. Now, in both cases, take notes focusing on the main and the most important supporting points of those reading and listening passages. And then using your notes, you can do 2 things. The first thing you can do is write a 250-word summary of either the reading passage or the listening passage. If you can do maybe 3 written summaries a week over the next 2 or 3 months, this is really going to help you develop your academic writing and especially the integrated writing task. Now, you can also do another thing. You can orally summarize this information. Record your voice. Pay attention to your pronunciation, your language use, and also how you develop and organize your ideas. So when you're orally summarizing, you can set a goal for maybe, how about doing 3 to 5 oral summaries a week, 3 written summaries a week. If you just do that for the next 2 or 3 months, right there, that's going to make a big difference in your overall academic English language proficiency. Now, my third suggestion is to spend about 2 hours every day at my online TOEFL course. I'd recommend probably maybe 2 or 3 months. In your case, you don't have that kind of time, at least for the TOEFL, so you can use my IBT study guide, my 30-day 7-step study guide, and go through as many of those lessons as you can over the next few weeks. And don't forget my first suggestions. So a combination of extensive reading and extensive listening practice, and then spending about 2 hours going through my online TOEFL study guide, that should help you. Now, before I conclude this video, I just want to tell you that you can do this. You've already developed some very, very good proficiency. The question is, are you willing to fight a little bit more to reach your next goal, which is over 100? If the answer is yes, and you focus and you consistently and regularly practice your English, you will be able to reach your goal. Now, remember what I said in the video. It is doubtful. I probably do not believe that you can reach this goal by July 11th. Now, you may prove me wrong. I'm just being honest. I don't like to make promises to my students that are not likely. So it's probably not likely you reach it by July 11th. But if you follow my suggestions over the next 2 or 3 months, you should be able to reach that goal. Alrighty? Anyway, thank you very much, and keep up the good work.